Have you ever had one of those mornings? You look in the mirror, and the person staring back seems to have aged, almost overnight. It's a quiet, sinking feeling that so many women have described to me in my practice. 4 years, everything felt fine, and then suddenly, it's as if the very foundation of your skin has changed. If this feels familiar, please know you are not alone. And here is the shocking truth that the beauty industry rarely talks about. According to the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, after menopause, women lose an average of 30% of their skin's collagen within the first 5 years. 30%. That isn't a gradual change. That's a collapse. And it's why so many of us spend our hard-earned money, sometimes hundreds or even thousands of dollars, on expensive creams and fillers, all of them just hope in a jar. But the studies are clear. Over 80% of women see no lasting results. But what if I told you the most powerful solution isn't in your bathroom cabinet, but in your fruit bowl? My name is Dr. Evelyn Reed. I'm a board-certified gynecologist, and for over 15 years, I've helped women navigate these exact hormonal shifts and the visible signs of aging that come with them. My mission is simple: to give you honest, medically accurate guidance so you can stop wasting money on quick fixes that only treat the symptoms on the surface, while ignoring the root cause happening deep inside your body. In today's video, I'm going to reveal the 3 scientifically proven fruits that every woman over 50 should include in her diet if she wants firmer skin, fewer wrinkles, and a brighter, more youthful glow. And please, stay with me until the very end. I'll also explain how these 3 fruits work together as a complete skin defense system. Understanding this synergy is the real secret to lasting results. Before we begin, I truly want to know how many of us have felt this way. If that feeling of your skin changing so suddenly sounds familiar to you, please just take a moment and comment a simple yes below. It lets me know I'm not just talking to a camera. And more importantly, it shows everyone else in our community that they are not alone. Okay, let's get started. Alright, now we are going to get into the first part, the 3 scientifically proven fruits. Fruit number 1. Pomegranate, the guardian of your collagen. Let's begin with the first, and perhaps one of the most powerful fruits for protecting what you already have, the pomegranate. When we talk about aging, most of us immediately picture the things we see on the surface. The lines that frame our eyes when we smile, maybe the softening along our jawline, or that general dullness that seems to replace the glow we remember from our younger years. But the real story, the one that truly defines how our skin ages, is happening silently, deep beneath the surface. It's the steady, and after menopause, the accelerated breakdown of collagen. Think of collagen as the very framework of your skin. It's the intricate, strong scaffolding that keeps everything firm, lifted, and resilient. It gives your skin that bounce, that plumpness we associate with youth. Now, the core reason this becomes such a critical issue for women over 50 is directly linked to hormonal changes. The decline in estrogen during and after menopause acts like a trigger, sending a signal throughout the body that speeds up collagen loss dramatically. This isn't just a slow, gentle process anymore. It's why so many of my patients describe the change as happening almost in the blink of an eye. They'll tell me, "Dr. Reed, I feel like my skin was fine, and then one morning, it just felt different. Thinner. More fragile." That feeling, that is the tangible result of this silent, internal collapse. The encouraging news, and this is truly wonderful news, is that we are not powerless against this process. Extensive clinical nutrition research has shown, without a doubt, that certain foods can act as powerful guardians for our collagen. And at the top of that list is the pomegranate. This beautiful fruit has earned its place not just for its ruby red seeds, but for its remarkable concentration of powerful plant compounds called polyphenol. These compounds are incredible antioxidants and anti-inflammatories. They are, in essence, a defense team for your cells. The scientific proof is compelling. A significant controlled trial, published in the esteemed Journal of Clinical Nutrition back in 2019, provided a clear picture. In this study, a group of postmenopausal women drank a simple 8-ounce glass of pure pomegranate juice every day for 12 weeks. Just 12 weeks. The women who did this showed measurable, significant reductions in the markers of collagen degradation compared to the group who didn't. What does that mean in real life? It means their skin elasticity improved. The fine lines around their eyes and mouth became less pronounced. And these remarkable results weren't achieved with an expensive cream, a cosmetic procedure, or anything that cost a fortune. It came from a simple, daily glass of juice. I've seen the real-world version of these studies in my own practice for years. I think of the many women, wonderful ladies in their late 60s and 70s, who came to me feeling defeated. They'd tried everything the cosmetic counters had to offer and felt like nothing was truly making a difference. I would often suggest this simple habit. Just a small, consistent daily dose of pomegranate. The ones who embraced it would return to my office a few months later with a different light in their eyes. They'd tell me their skin felt plumper, fuller, like it had more substance to it. And almost universally, they'd also mention having steadier energy throughout the day, a wonderful side benefit that no skin cream could ever provide. And this points to a larger truth. The benefits of pomegranate go far beyond your reflection in the mirror. Its compounds support healthy circulation and help reduce systemic inflammation throughout the body. This is not just good for your skin, it's vital for your cardiovascular health, which is a top priority for all of us as we get older. It's a perfect example of how caring for your skin at the cellular level is, in fact, caring for your entire body. So, let's make this practical. Please, do not feel you need to make some dramatic, complicated change. The power is in simplicity and consistency. All it takes is about a half cup of fresh pomegranate seeds sprinkled over your morning yogurt or oatmeal, or a small 6 or 7 ounce glass of unsweetened juice with your lunch. You can even toss the seeds into a salad for a bit of texture and a burst of flavor. The key is consistency, not complexity. It's about building a small, sustainable habit that defends your skin's foundation day after day. Let this be your first step in taking back control from the inside out. Fruit number 2. Blueberries, your defense against wrinkles. Alright, now that we've talked about protecting the collagen you have, let's move on to the second piece of the puzzle. Fruit number 2 is the small but mighty blueberry. While protecting that foundational structure of your skin is absolutely vital, it's only one part of the story. Many women find that even if their skin feels relatively firm, those fine lines and deeper wrinkles still seem to creep in, etching themselves across the forehead, around the mouth, and at the corners of the eyes. This happens because of a different, equally relentless process. It's called oxidative stress. Now, that might sound like a complicated scientific term, but the concept is actually quite simple. I want you to imagine tiny, invisible sparks being set off inside your body. These sparks, known as free radicals, are a natural byproduct of your metabolism, but they're also generated by things like sun exposure and, importantly for us, the hormonal shifts that happen after menopause. These microscopic sparks are chaotic. They bounce around, damaging healthy skin cells, their DNA, and their protective membranes. This relentless, microscopic damage is what oxidative stress is. Over time, it weakens your skin's natural defenses, leading to dullness, an uneven skin tone, and ultimately, deeper and more pronounced wrinkles. It's like a slow, cellular rusting process. So, why does this become so much more aggressive after 50? The core reason is that as our natural estrogen levels decline, our body's own antioxidant defense systems become a little less robust. We become more vulnerable to this storm of free radicals. Our skin simply doesn't have the same resilience to fend off the damage as it did in our 30s or 40s. This is why the wrinkles that seemed faint one year can suddenly appear much deeper the next. It's a sign that the oxidative stress is starting to win the battle. But here is where we can fight back, and one of the most powerful natural weapons we have is found in the deep, rich color of blueberries. Blueberries are absolutely packed with compounds called anthocyanins. These are the very pigments that give them their beautiful blue and purple hues, and they are among the most potent antioxidants in the entire plant kingdom. They act like cellular firefighters, seeking out and neutralizing those free radical sparks before they can inflict their damage. They preserve the integrity of your skin cells, helping to maintain a smoother, more even surface. The scientific evidence supporting this is truly remarkable. A landmark study from Harvard, published in 2018, followed a large group of women over many years. It found that those who consumed at least 3 servings of berries, like blueberries, each week had a significantly slower rate of biological aging compared to those who rarely ate them. Let me repeat that: a slower rate of biological aging. This wasn't just someone's opinion on how they looked. It was measured by concrete biomarkers of oxidative damage and inflammation inside their bodies. The simple act of eating berries was linked to measurable, cellular-level protection. I've seen the living proof of this research so many times. I'm thinking of a patient of mine, a wonderful woman named Carol, in her late 60s. Carol was frustrated with her skin. She felt it looked tired and lackluster. On my recommendation, she made one small change. She started adding a good handful of blueberries to her morning oatmeal every single day. She did nothing else differently. Within about 2 months, she came back to my office, and the change was plain to see. Her skin looked brighter, more alive. Her cheeks held more of their natural, rosy color. She told me with a little laugh that her friends from her book club had started asking her if she had changed her makeup or found a new, expensive face cream. Nothing in her bathroom cabinet had changed. It was her breakfast bowl that had quietly transformed her skin from within. Incorporating this defense system is incredibly easy. A good handful, about 3/4 of a cup each day, is a perfect goal. And please remember that frozen blueberries are an excellent option. They are picked at peak ripeness and flash frozen, which preserves nearly all of their nutritional value. They are often more affordable and are available year-round. You can blend them into a smoothie, stir them into yogurt, or just enjoy them on their own as a simple, refreshing snack. Like with the pomegranate, regularity is what matters most. Every serving provides another layer of defense against that subtle but relentless stress that carves wrinkles into our skin. This isn't just about looking better. It's a profound investment in your longevity and your vitality. Fruit number 3, kiwi, for rebuilding and renewal. So far, we've covered protecting our collagen with pomegranate and defending against wrinkles with blueberries. But there is a third, crucial piece to this puzzle. We have to actively rebuild. This brings us to fruit number 3, the kiwi. Even if we successfully preserve the collagen we have and reduce oxidative damage, our skin still needs the ability to renew itself. Every single day, our skin endures small amounts of wear and tear. Skin that cannot effectively repair and rebuild itself will, inevitably, look tired, flat, and fragile. This is where vitamin C becomes absolutely indispensable. I want you to think of vitamin C as the essential raw material for skin renewal. It's the primary building block your body needs to physically synthesize new collagen fibers. Without enough vitamin C, the entire process grinds to a halt. You can protect all you want, but you can't build. Now, when people think of vitamin C, they usually think of oranges. But the humble, fuzzy kiwi is actually a powerhouse. Ounce for ounce, a kiwi contains more vitamin C than an orange. It provides exactly what your body is crying out for to repair daily damage and weave together strong, new, healthy collagen. The core issue, especially as we age, is that vitamin C is a water-soluble vitamin. This means our bodies don't store it in large amounts. You can't just load up on it once a week. You need a steady, consistent supply for your cells to draw upon. If that daily supply isn't there, the skin's renewal process becomes sluggish. It struggles to stitch those new collagen fibers together, leaving the skin more prone to sagging and fine lines. This is a primary reason why, as we get older, our skin can lose its radiance and start to look worn. It's not just breaking down faster, it's also rebuilding much, much slower. The science on this is very clear and direct. A fascinating study conducted in New Zealand in 2020 specifically looked at women over the age of 55. For just 4 weeks, these women ate 2 kiwis every day. The results were striking. First, their plasma vitamin C levels increased significantly, showing their bodies were absorbing it beautifully. But more importantly, this translated into measurable, visible improvements in their skin. The researchers documented significant increases in skin hydration, firmness, and overall brightness. When those skin cells were supplied with abundant vitamin C, they got to work. They were able to produce new collagen, heal microdamage, and maintain that smooth, radiant look that so many women feel they have lost after menopause. In my clinical practice, I see vitamin C as the absolute cornerstone of skin renewal. I have seen the difference it makes time and time again. I'm thinking of one patient in particular, a lovely woman named Brenda, who was in her early 70s. She was a grandmother who felt she had started to look her age, and it bothered her. She started incorporating one kiwi into her daily breakfast routine. The next time I saw her, a few months later, she was beaming. She laughed as she told me a little story. She said her young grandchildren had recently asked her, "Grandma, why did you start wearing makeup again?" But she hadn't. She wasn't wearing a bit of makeup. The only new step in her routine was the daily kiwi. That freshness, that new brightness her grandchildren noticed. That was her skin renewing itself from the inside. Beyond the skin, this daily dose of vitamin C also works to support your immune function. It helps to reduce feelings of fatigue, and it even aids in iron absorption. All factors that become increasingly important for our overall health in midlife and beyond. When you feel more energetic, you naturally carry yourself with more confidence, and that inner vitality is often the first thing other people notice. And now I would love to hear from you as well. Have you ever noticed a difference in your skin, or perhaps in your energy levels, after consistently eating kiwi or other vitamin C-rich fruits? Please, take a moment and share your experience in the comments. Your story may be the very thing that inspires another woman watching today to give it a try for herself. Adding kiwi to your diet is wonderfully simple. 1 or 2 fruits a day is all it takes. You can slice it in half and scoop it out with a spoon, blend it into a smoothie with your blueberries, or add it to a fruit salad. This straightforward, simple approach can feel so refreshing and empowering, especially for women who have already tried countless creams and treatments with little to show for it. Part 4. The combined power of all 3 fruits. Now we come to the most exciting part. We've looked at each of these fruits individually. Pomegranate to protect, blueberries to defend, and kiwi to rebuild. Each one is powerful in its own right. But the question I hear most often from my patients is this: Dr. Reed, what happens if I combine them? Do I really need all 3? The answer, supported by both science and years of clinical practice, is that when you combine them, the effects multiply. This is where the real magic happens. Pomegranate, blueberries, and kiwi each bring a unique set of tools to the table. But when they are part of the same daily routine, they interact in ways that amplify one another, giving your skin a level of comprehensive support that no single fruit could ever hope to achieve on its own. It's not just 1 + 1 + 1 = 3. It's more like 1 + 1 + 1 = 10. This isn't just a theory. It's a well-documented phenomenon in nutritional science. The core reason for this amplified effect is that the different pathways of aging are all being addressed at once. Think about it. Aging isn't caused by just one single thing. It's a multifaceted process. You have the breakdown of your existing collagen structure. You have the relentless damage from oxidative stress. And you have the slowing down of cellular renewal. If you only address one of these issues, the other 2 are still actively working against you. It's like trying to patch one hole in a leaky boat while 2 other holes are still letting in water. But when you combine these 3 fruits, you are patching all the holes simultaneously. You are creating a complete, synergistic system. A comprehensive review published in the scientific journal Nutrients in 2021 analyzed dietary patterns in older adults. The findings were incredibly telling. The researchers found that those individuals who consumed a diverse range of antioxidant-rich fruits had significantly lower markers of inflammation and skin aging compared to those who focused on only one type of fruit or vegetable. In simple terms, variety strengthens resilience. Each fruit offers a different array of compounds: the polyphenol in pomegranate, the anthocyanins in blueberries, the vitamin C in kiwi, that target distinct and separate pathways of aging. When you combine them, your body is nourished and defended on multiple fronts at once, creating a powerful, self-reinforcing cycle of protection, defense, and repair. In my practice, I often encourage women to create a simple daily ritual that brings all 3 fruits together. I had one patient, a woman named Susa, who was in her late 60s, who really took this to heart. She was feeling invisible and was deeply discouraged by her reflection. She started preparing a small beauty bowl for herself each morning. It was simple: a scoop of plain Greek yogurt, topped with a sprinkle of pomegranate seeds, a handful of blueberries, and a few slices of kiwi. That was it. She made this her non-negotiable act of self-care every single day. Within 6 weeks, the transformation was remarkable. She came into my office and told me that not only was her skin tone visibly more even and brighter, but her friends at her weekly bridge game had started asking what she was doing differently. They were asking about her new beauty regimen. But what impressed Susan the most was not just the compliments. It was the newfound energy she felt throughout the day. She felt vibrant. Her simple bowl of fruit had accomplished what countless jars of expensive cosmetics, costing thousands of dollars over the years, never could. From a mechanistic standpoint, this makes perfect sense. Pomegranate stands guard, protecting your existing collagen from breaking down too quickly. Blueberries act as the defenders, stopping those free radical sparks from inflicting new damage. And kiwi comes in as the construction crew, supplying the essential vitamin C needed to build fresh, strong collagen. Together, these processes create that perfect, full-circle approach. Preservation, defense, and renewal, all working in beautiful harmony rather than in isolation. From a practical standpoint, the routine doesn't need to be elaborate. Some of my patients prefer blending all three into a morning smoothie. Others, like Susan, enjoy them fresh in a bowl or in salads. The method of preparation is far less important than the consistency. By making them a non-negotiable part of your daily diet, you are ensuring a steady, continuous stream of these powerful compounds that constantly reinforce your skin's structure and vitality from the inside out. As we bring our time together to a close, let's talk about the results women just like you actually experience. When you begin incorporating these three powerful fruits into your routine, the first question is always, Dr. Reed, how soon will I notice a change? And my answer is always to be patient, because the timeline is gradual, but it is so encouraging. Based on both the clinical studies and my own experience with my patients, within the first couple of weeks, many women report subtle, quiet differences. They'll notice their skin just feels more hydrated throughout the day. Their morning reflection looks a little brighter, a little less tired. Then, by the end of about 4 to 6 weeks, the changes often become more visible to others. Fine lines, especially around the eyes, can appear less sharp. The skin starts to develop a healthier, more even tone that friends and family begin to notice. I'll never forget a patient of mine, Margaret, a retired teacher in her early 70s. She came back after about 6 weeks of following this simple plan. She was so surprised and delighted to tell me that her friends from church had pulled her aside to ask what brand of foundation she had switched to. They were convinced she had found a new, wonderful makeup. But the truth was, she hadn't changed her cosmetics at all. That new glow, that was all her. Another woman, a proud grandmother of 5 named Patricia, told me the most heartwarming story. She said her little granddaughter had climbed onto her lap, looked closely at her face, and said, "Grandma, you're sparkly." Sparkly. A simple, beautiful word from a child that carried more meaning than any clinical measurement ever could. These are the moments that reflect the deeper truth. The results are not only seen in the mirror. They are felt in our confidence, in our self-esteem, and in how we connect with the people we love. And so, the lesson we've learned today is both straightforward and incredibly powerful. Aging skin is not defined by expensive creams or complicated cosmetic procedures. It is shaped, day by day, by the simple, nourishing choices you make. Pomegranate helps safeguard the precious collagen you already have. Blueberries shield your delicate cells from oxidative stress. And kiwi supplies the vital vitamin C your body needs to rebuild and renew. Together, they offer a science-based, common-sense approach that any woman can apply with confidence. What we have discussed today is valuable knowledge. But knowledge is only powerful when we put it into action. So now, as we finish, I have one important question for you. What is the one small commitment you are making to yourself this week after watching this video? It doesn't have to be a dramatic overhaul. It could be as simple as, I will add blueberries to my shopping list, or I promise to try a kiwi with my breakfast. Please, take a moment and share your personal commitment in the comments below. Reading your commitments inspires me, and more importantly, it will inspire our entire community to take that first, positive step together. And if you found real value and encouragement in our time together today, you can show your support by giving this video a simple thumbs up, a like. To ensure you continue on this journey with us, and never miss another video full of practical, evidence-based advice, please hit that subscribe button. It's more than just subscribing. It's joining a growing community of women who are dedicated to aging with vitality and grace, together. Finally, think of one friend, one sister, one woman in your life who needs to hear this message of hope and empowerment today, and please share this video with them. You might just make a bigger difference in their day than you can imagine. Thank you so much for watching. Stay healthy, stay vibrant, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.